Live on Swift 98, SVI Media, and the SVI Sports Network. This is Star Valley High School Sports and the First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off.
Good afternoon and welcome to Star Valley High School for a big game inside the 4A West, where two of the top teams in Wyoming high school basketball face each other today inside the Crimson Cathedral. The home Star Valley Braves coming off a buzzer-beater win last night against the Cody Broncs as they welcome in the third-ranked Riverton Wolverines, coming off a close one themselves against another top team in the 4A West, an overtime win in Jackson last night. Now this one should be a good one, Star Valley and Riverton today.
On paper, it certainly looks like it's going to be a fun matchup. Yeah, both of these teams having to pull one out of the fire last night. Riverton was actually down 17-3 to start their game. They came all the way back, won it in overtime by 2. The Braves had a pretty solid lead for most of the game last night, but saw it evaporate in the fourth quarter. The Broncs took a 1-point lead with 19 seconds left. Cody did. And then Cooper Lancaster hitting a triple in the corner with 6 seconds left. That turned out to be the game winner.
Tip-off in under 5 minutes. It's your First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off. You're home for totally free checking at gofirstbank.com. Let's check your Crimson Corner as part of our pre-tip-off coverage.
Well, this series is close. Again, these numbers are from 1951 on. We're doing Crimson Corner. Wrestlers defeated Green River yesterday 36-34. Indoor track competing at the Olympic Oval in Kearns. The boys last night winning 53-51. The girls losing to Cody 55-30. The Star Valley Lady Braves just pulled out a 4-point win over Riverton. The JV boys winning earlier today 96-51. That's a look at your Crimson Corner.
It's all part of our First Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip-off, and now the roundup presented by Sunrise Engineering.
And some upsets last night. The biggest one, of course, unranked Natrona beating up on number 2 Cheyenne Central by 20, 55-35. That was unexpected. Cheyenne East survives Sheridan by 3. Riverton, as you saw, as we talked about in the other big ranked matchup, they come out with a 2-point win in Jackson. The Braves win by 2 last night. Some matchups today. Cheyenne Central is at number 5 Sheridan. How will Central respond after getting beat up last night at Natrona? Number 3 Riverton is here. Number 1 East at Natrona. We'll see that. That's one worth watching as well. Cody up the canyon in a battle with the Broncs. South at Thunder Basin. Kelly Walsh at Green River. Number 5 Lyman is at number 2 Warland. Mountain View at Thermopolis. That's a look at your Sunrise Engineering Roundup.
Creating solutions that work and relationships that last. Visit sunrise-eng.com. Riverton and Star Valley in Afton today. Let's take a look at this rivalry and recap it with the help of Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
This is a tight rivalry. These numbers are going back to 1951. That's as far back as I've looked. Overall, Star Valley leads 12-11 here in Afton. The Braves with a definite advantage, 5-1. The Wolverines won both meetings last year, once in the regular season and once in the postseason, as Riverton was the 4A West regional host. This is the 24th meeting since then, and that's a look at your rivalry, brought to you by Simplot Smoky Canyon Mine.
Bringing Earth's resources to life. Visit Simplot.com. That is Simplot.com. About 2.5 minutes away from tipping off this game between Riverton and Star Valley. You mentioned Riverton, the defending 4A West region champ. Star Valley was in that game last year against the Wolverines in the championship game and got blown out. Looking for a little revenge here today in a home game for the Star Valley Braves. How do they do that? Well, here's the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number 1, they need to defend the 3. Parker Paxton comes in shooting 49% from the 3-point line. What a ridiculous percentage that is. But as a team, Riverton, a very good 3-point shooting team at 36%, but Parker Paxton is the sharpshooter. He's 43 of 88 on the season. That is just an insane number. Key number 2, they need to battle for the boards. The Braves need to win the rebounding battle by a significant margin today, I think, to win this ball game. They need to hit the percentages. I'm talking 33% at least from the 3-point line and 75% from the free throw line. And a fast start. Star Valley has had their share of struggles with that over the last month or so. A fast start would, I think, be a great way to get things started.
That's your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game. Legend driven. Visit RockyMountainYeti.group. RockyMountainYeti.group. Group. Riverton Wolverines come into this one as the third-ranked 4A team inside the Wild Preps coaches and media poll, averaging 63 points per game, allowing 50.6, and again defeating Jackson in overtime last night, 68-66 in Jackson after trailing 17-3 to start the game. That was their 10th consecutive win for the Wolverines coming into this game. The home Star Valley Braves, 9-6 overall, 2-1 inside the Southwest, averaging 61.8 points per game and allowing an average of 54 points per game. Braves defeat the visiting Cody Bronx last night with some high-flying action, and then, of course, the game winner with 6 seconds left from Cooper Lancaster to win 53-51 off the Lancaster triple. Star Valley, though, understanding the importance of this game against the Riverton Wolverines. It's going to do it for our first Bank of Wyoming countdown to tip off. You're home for totally free checking, where free really does mean free. Find them online at gofirstbank.com. That is gofirstbank.com. Looking at another great crowd here on a Saturday afternoon for Braves basketball, with members of the Wyoming Army National Guard once again in attendance today as we send it down to the court for the national anthem and the presentation of the colors, made possible in our broadcast by Hastings Ace Hardware, the local and helpful place. Hastings Ace Hardware.
As they present the colors of the United States of America. Today's rendition of the national anthem will be performed by Alan Jack.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets red, the bombs bursting in air, giving proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's meet today's starters with the help of Peefler's Mountain Star. Peefler's Mountain Star, located on Rocky Road on the north end of Afton.
Croy Jenkins, son of Aaron and Cassie Jenkins. I'm a senior, and Osmond.
Ridge Nild, son of Chance and Jackie Nild, senior, Afton.
Luke Linford, son of Jason and Robin Linford, Afton, senior. Jacob Hodges, son of Boone and Laura Hodges, senior, Bedford.
Tom McClure, son of Brian and Sarah McClure. I'm a senior, and I live in Smoot.
PJ Horsley, son of Jason and Stacy, junior, Afton.
Cash Lancaster, son of Aaron and Anna, I'm a junior, Smoot, Wyoming.
Tristan Hilton, son of Mark and Lacey Hilton, junior, Osmond, Wyoming.
Max Jensen, son of Deanna and Wade Jensen, junior, Afton.
My name is Simon Gaskell, son of David and Amy Gaskell. I'm a junior, Fairview, Wyoming.
Starting lineups being announced here at Star Valley High. First coming in for the visiting Wolverines, number 0, averaging 8.6 per game, is Jason Vincent. Number 1 at 14.9 points a game is Derek DeVree. Coming in at number 2 is Ty Sheets, 5 points per game. Number 12, the sharpshooter, second in scoring in 4A, 43 threes coming into the weekend, 19 a game. That's number 12, Parker Paxton. And finally, number 14 is Nathan Hutchinson. Head coach Bo Sheets, well-respected coach in Wyoming basketball for the home or visiting Riverton Wolverines. Now the starting lineup for the home Star Valley Braves.
At 6'5", a senior wearing number 0, that's Jacob Hodges. 6'5", senior wearing number 5 is Taft McClure. Taft at 19 in last night's win. A 6'1" junior wearing number 12, that's PJ Horsley. Croy Jenkins, number 22, a 6'5" senior. And getting the start today is a 6'2" senior, number 23, Ridge Neild. Braves coached by Mitch Schwab, assisted by Ballard Johnson, Shane Williams, and Ben Hale. So Duke, Ridge Neild getting the start today.
See how it all plays out in this one, where again, the big game, in another big game inside the 4A West, a north-south matchup. The visiting Riverton Wolverines against the home Star Valley Braves. Croy Jenkins and Jason Vincent will go against each other for the opening tip-off. Ball's in the air. It's won by Jenkins, but tips it into the hands of Riverton as Wolverine basketball to open things up.
It's like Ty Sheets knew where that thing was going to go.
7:50 and counting as we open up the game. Ball movement outside to DeVries. He drives in, angle, got under the rim, but a nice pass, high off the glass and in. Over to Ty Sheets for 2. That was way on top of the backboard. Ball moving around the outside now for Croy Jenkins. Ridge Neild swing passes to Hodges, dumps it off to Croy, back to Hodges. Passes now down low to McClure as the ball poked away, loose out of bounds off of the Wolverines. Stays with Star Valley on their end.
I'm not sure Taft ever had that cleanly. He was going to get a layup, though. Here's that last sequence. Beautiful pass from DeVries down to Sheets for the game's first basket.
Inbound to McClure, turnaround jumper, no good, but rebounded by Jenkins. Kicks it back outside to Neild. Extra possession for the Braves. 7:13 and counting, still scoreless. Nice entry down low to Hodges. Missed the shot, too strong. Fights for the rebound, still up for grabs. Jacob comes down with it and tries to clear it out, but tipped and stolen by DeVries. DeVries was going to run with it. He goes through the rim, coast to coast, no good, but a block call on Star Valley. Horsley tried to draw the charge, doesn't get the whistle, and to the free throw line goes the Wolverines.
And you're going to have to do that in this game. You're going to have to get back and draw that charge a couple times today to keep Riverton honest at the rim. DeVries to the line. He's a 74% free throw shooter.
He misses the first. Score remains 2-0. Riverton on top with 6:58 to go in the first period. Second free throw crawls over the rim and drops 3-zip. Wolverines on top over Star Valley. PJ Horsley in the backcourt for the Braves across the timeline. Works it over to Croy Jenkins. Holds it, and passes top of the key and around the arc. Now right side's McClure. Almost took the three, pulled it down, now over to Hodges. Down underneath and stolen again by DeVries. DeVries wants to run with it again, goes in on the angle, pushes, fade away, shot good on the baseline. And Derek DeVries gets a couple more.
Tell you what, he was putting that shot up. He didn't care what was happening. All kinds of confidence from DeVries early on.
5-point lead early now for Riverton. Star Valley still scoreless. With the ball is Horsley. Hodges setting some high screens, top of the key, works it over to Croy Jenkins. Back up top and around the arc they go. McClure feeds to Hodges, one-on-one on the post, goes up, shot, and good. Hodges puts the Braves on the board. They lead 5-2.
Well, and Jacob, quite honestly, should have had the other basket, just a little strong, but now that he's been down there a couple times, finds the range.
5:55 to play in the opening period. Braves up by 3 now. DeVries spins to the rim and in. What a start for Derek DeVries as he gets 2 more here to make it a 5-point lead.
Well, we played just barely 2 minutes. He's got 5 points, 2 steals, and an assist.
Horsley works it over right side to Neild. Ridge picks up the dribble, tries to pass, tipped by Sheets, but Neild tracks it down, finds Jenkins, 3, good! Rocky Mountain Yeti after triple for Croy Jenkins, down to a 2-point game. 5:20 to play in the first. Ball tipped out of bounds off of Croy. That stops the clock at 5:20. Here's your Fall River Propane replay on the triple.
Good recovery from Ridge to keep possession. Then he finds Croy, and he knocks her down.
Riverton on the outside, wanting to build on their early 2-point lead. Pressure by McClure in the front court, and that's going to be a travel call on Riverton as McClure forces the ball loose.
Boy, Taft fired up right there too, playing the defense. If the Braves can dial in defensively and play really stingy, they should have a good chance to win this game. But otherwise, you can see what the Wolverines will do if you lay off for just one tiny bit.
Draven Monroe subs into the game for Riverton. Jenkins at the free throw line, clears it back outside. Horsley on the right wing, loses the ball, picked up on the run by Riverton. Here's Vincent to the rim, no good, but a foul from behind on Ridge Neild to stop the clock at 4:52.
And Ridge was kind of in the middle of trying to go straight up and not foul and still get him with the body. And Coach Schwab doing some coaching. It's like you can't be on you can't be in the middle of the road. You got to pick. You either got to take the charge or you got to make sure he doesn't get the basket.
Jason Vincent at the Riverside Dental free throw line does hit the first free throw. Makes it 8-5 on our Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. 2 team fouls on Star Valley as the second free throw no good. Stays a 3-point game. Rebounded by Taft McClure. 8-5, Star Valley trails with the basketball. Hesitation for Horsley, now drives in on the angle, stops, comes back out with it, picks it up, packs it on him, and passes up top to McClure. Ridge Neild on the outside. As Dal mentioned, had the start today, Ridge Neild. Horsley dumps it off, clears out. Jenkins drives, jumper, dumps down to Hodges. Looked like he was going up for the shot, but dumped it down to a wide open Jacob on the opposite post. 1-point game. 4:18 to play in the first. Now 8-7 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Nice angle drive take by DeVree. He gets 2 more. Jabbed left and then just beat everybody to the rim.
Those have to be eliminated. The Braves will not win this game if they keep giving those up to him.
McClure on the outside. Hands off to Neild. Open 3, takes the shot. Left it short. May have been deflected into the hands of Paxton. Down the floor, DeVree. Shot good with a foul. And the transition and paint points killing the Braves so far. That one goes down for the and 1. Stops the clock at 3:52 to play in the first period. And Derek DeVree having the start of a lifetime back to the free throw line.
Oh, he's hit all 4 of his shots. Only thing he hasn't, he has missed 1 free throw, so that's about it. But yeah, terrific start.
He averages 8.5 points per game. He's already at 7.
He's at 9, actually.
Free throw no good, rebounded by Hodges. And he outlets to McClure across the half-court line. McClure, top of the key. Over to Linford, who subs in. Horsley, front court. Picks up the dribble, works it over left side. Jenkins back to Horsley. Clock down to 3:35. Linford to Hodges on the elbow. Tries to back down the defense. Picks it up and passes out to Horsley. He drives in, angle, rim, shot up, no good. Rebounded by Hodges. Went up really high to get it. Couldn't get the shot off though. Clears it back outside. McClure, he wants to drive. Gets in the lane, puts it up. No good, too strong. Ball tipped loose out of bounds off of Riverton. Stays with Star Valley.
Couple good looks there for the Braves, just can't get it to drop.
3:13 remains in the first. Wolverines by 5, up 12-7. McClure in the corner left. Brings the ball down to Hodges. Top of the floor. Drives the right post, kick out Horsley. Gets to the free throw line, no shot for him. Back to Linford on the perimeter. 3 minutes remains. Linford drives and he gets tripped, and block call will be called on the floor. Stops the clock at 2:57.
Nathan Hutchinson will pick up his first team foul on the Wolverines. 2:57 to go here in the first.
Paxton will sub in.
He will replace Monroe.
Try to lob to Jenkins on the inbound play, but it's through his hands and out of bounds. Star Valley will turn it over. 2:54 to play in the first period. PJ
Horsey will have a seat. Not sure if he's got some blood on him. They're looking for it, looks like. So they'll sub in Tayson Johnson.
Looks like he's getting some work done on hand. Does have some blood there. Looks like he got a little cut. 12-7 still on the score. Riverton on top, and a timeout taken. Back in 30 seconds on the SVI Sports Network. ILCPA has been part of the Star Valley community for more than 16 years. The times have changed a bit, but we are still proud to offer our continued support to the community and our Star Valley Braves. Say, didn't Corey play basketball for Star Valley High School? Whoa, Corey, I realize it's a black and white photo, but man, those are some white legs. Miles CPA. We loved our Braves then, and we love our Braves now. Go get 'em, Braves.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
Timeout on the court. I think this may be an official's timeout as they're wiping up some blood, trying to get things cleaned up. PJ Horsey exits the game. Had a little cut on his hand. So 2:54 to play in the first period, and Star Valley trailing Riverton here by a score of 12-7.
Well, you heard him say no blood, no foul. Well, there was this time, and there was a foul called. So we're going through the hygienic protocols. In fact, there's some stuff all over the court. You got Principal Farron Hatterley getting one end, and then Assistant Ben Hale getting the other end, and AD Rob Erickson coming out and said, "Where's my spray bottles?"
The injury occurred on the far side of the floor, and he walked all the way across the court.
You can track him all the way to the north end.
Just making sure they get it all. Hot start, though, for Derek DeVries of Riverton. He's got the bulk of the points here for the Wolverines as they're up by 5.
Well, 9 points, and honestly, Duke, they're all at the rim. He has just been incredibly aggressive. It kind of reminds me of the Gavin Keelan kid from Jackson. When the Braves lost up there a couple weeks ago, kid that averages 8, 9, 10 points a game, but came out and just was really aggressive. I don't know if it's a matchup thing or if they see something in the defense that works to their advantage. But right now, Derek DeVries is putting on a show with 9 points, 2 steals here in the first 5 minutes of play.
What Star Valley can do to answer. Coach Schwab getting some extended time with his players. He's over on the training table right now, and they're making sure there's no blood on Taft McClure right now.
Well, didn't know PJ had made that much, had moved around that much. They're basically doing the whole floor at this point.
Well, they're checking jerseys now, making sure everyone's good to go. You got McClure over there. Nild comes over. Ridge Nild.
This is an advantage Riverton has. They got their maroons on today.
That's right. You can't spot the PJ on them, can you?
Yeah, the Braves with their whites, you can't hide that.
So an extended officials timeout here as they're just making sure they have everything cleaned up. We'll take another 30-second break here, 12-7. Braves trail Riverton on the SVI Sports Network. Treat yourself to a luxurious staycation with a cozy cabin getaway at Kodiak Mountain Resort in Afton. Get the locals discount by using promo code SVI Local. Every cabin has its own oversized soaking tub, big screen TV, fireplace, and includes free breakfast. Or upgrade to the cozy couples cabin with your own jetted jacuzzi tub. Find luxury right here with a staycation at Kodiak Mountain Resort. Use promo code SVI Local for the locals only discount.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball, live on SVI Media and Swift 98, all part of the SVI Sports Network.
We don't know how long PJ Horsley was shooting blood out of his fingernails, but it was apparently a while because they're finding it all over the floor. You got Coach Hale now over clear by the cheerleaders on the far sideline, cleaning some up now.
Yeah, we thought this was going to be like a 30-second stoppage, and instead it's not. Wolverines will have the ball when we resume play with that 5-point lead. Duke, what's kind of crazy about this start for Riverton is the first thing I noticed was the Braves were out-rebounding Riverton 5-0 out of the gate, and I thought, how is that? And then I looked at the shooting percentage. It's because the Wolverines are 5 for 5 from the field. There are no rebounds when you're shooting 100%.
That's some stat here to start the game.
And DeVries has 9 of them. So, yeah, 4 for 4 for him, and off to a great start.
Still scouring the court here. Officials, coaches, principals, everybody out there making sure they have what's left of P.J. Horsley's blood supply cleaned up. I'm surprised he doesn't need a transfusion at this point with as much as he's apparently lost out there.
We were just joking about that.
And still getting a couple squirts from Coach Hale on the far side and Mr. Erickson down there.
Some of the wrestling coaches are chuckling to themselves. In fact, PJ's got to leave. He's heading to the locker room to get something, to get whatever's going on wrapped up. Yeah, some of the wrestling coaches are laughing at this.
Still in stoppage time here. Again, it's 2:54 to play in the first period. And officials timeout with Riverton leading Star Valley 12-7. And we get an extra halftime late in the first.
So I could make a blood time joke, I guess.
Looks like now they get the all clear from the officials. And we're ready to play.
One of my brothers says it's like an episode of Dexter. He's a blood spatter expert on that show. So
all right, we'll see if they find any more as the game goes on. They scoured the floor pretty well, but it is Riverton basketball. 2:54 to play in the first period. It's 12-7, Riverton on top. Vincent going to inbound backcourt, does so to Parker Paxton.
We haven't even seen him yet. I mean, he hasn't even shot, and he's their leading scorer.
He takes it across the half-court line, works it over to Sheets, finds Hutchinson. Vincent deep on the right side. Hutchinson again picked up on the perimeter. Finds Sheets, turnaround, jumper off the glass, no good. Bouncing, and pulled down finally by Croy Jenkins off the tips.
And that's Riverton's first miss of the game.
2:25 to go in the first period. Star Valley trying to dig into a 5-point deficit. Johnson back to McClure, pull up, jumper, swish. Just inside the 3 line, it's a 3-point game. 2:08 and counting in the first period. Riverton on the other end, Paxton on the perimeter. Little bump by Luke, they let it play through, hands off to Vincent, drives, fakes a pass, blocked by Hodges into the hands of Johnson. That block put Vincent on his backside. Clean. McClure dumps to Hodges in the lane, kicks to Jenkins, spins, shot, good. They wave it off, and a travel call on Croy Jenkins.
I think Coach Sheets was either wanting an offensive foul or a travel. He got his wish. Here's that last sequence. Hodges with the leather sandwich right there. Yikes.
Still a 3-point game. 1:40 to play in the first. Riverton basketball with the lead, up 12-9. 3 team fouls on Star Valley, 1 on Riverton. Hutchinson on the left side wing. McClure on him defensively. Fakes left, dribbles right, passes to DeVries. He holds it, wants to drive but can't. Kicked it into the corner. Baseline attempt, but McClure shuts that one down. All over Hutchinson on the outside now. Hutchinson has to get rid of it. Finds it, drive, pull up jumper off the square, but no good. Too strong by Riverton, rebounded by Hodges. 1:08 to play in the first period. Riverton on defense now with Star Valley setting up Luke Linford on the left. McClure on the right. 60 seconds and counting. Hodges top of the key, drives the post, double team, spin to the rim, lays it off his fingertips and in, makes it a 1-point game.
Well, Jacob probably wants to make up for a little bit of missed time last night. He missed a lot of minutes last night with foul trouble against the Bronx.
45 seconds. Here's a handoff. Sheets, drives, kick out, extra pass. Vincent, no shot, angle, takes it loose, picked up, kick out, Sheets 3, bouncing on the rim, no good, rebounded by Linford, but is stolen away by Riverton. Paxton tracks down the loose ball, pull up 3, good. Parker was quiet, and then he hits that one to make it 15-11.
Well, as I said, 49%, and it's not like some gimmicky 49%. It's made over 40 of them coming into the weekend.
He's really good on defense as well. 14 seconds. Star Valley on the other end. Jenkins in the corner, goes to Linford, up to McClure. Now Linford down to 6 seconds. Hands off to McClure. Baseline jumper, too strong, no good. Fight for the rebound. Lose time will expire with Riverton on top by a score of 15-11. Second period on the way after this on the SVI Sports Network.
Therapy has been helping people get healthy for over 20 years. With offices in both Afton and Thane, they are ready to help you. Now certified in dry needling, the staff at Aspen Physical Therapy invite you to get back to work, to play, to life. Call 885-4APT or 883-4477 and get started today. Aspen Physical Therapy, a proud supporter of Star Valley and UW Athletics.
Digital Dilemmas presents
Wi-Fi Enlightenment. A wise person once said, "Keep your feet on the ground and your router on a shelf. This will help you achieve greater happiness in life and a better Wi-Fi signal."
Placing your router on the floor can negatively affect its performance because the ground will absorb the signal. Stay tuned for more Digital Dilemmas.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Couple first period highlights with Riverton on top 15-11 to open up the second period. It is going to be Star Valley basketball trailing by 4 at home.
Been a fun first quarter, Duke. We've seen some cool stuff already, and this game promises to be one that goes all the way down to the wire.
Last night's hero, Cooper Lancaster, checks into the game to start off the second. Works it over to Ridge Neal, down into the corner to Johnson. Tayson kicks out, Neal no shot, back over to Lancaster up top again, but the ball tipped, loose, taken by DeVries, lays it up and in. Another steal and 2 more points for Derek.
His third steal. He's got 11 points in this game.
Lead up to 6, largest of the game. Front court, Ridge Neal. Works it to the right side, passes to Linford, little off, but Linford collects it. Luke will have it front court center, over to Ridge. 40 seconds into the second period. Star Valley trailing 17-11 against Riverton. Here's Ridge Neal, works it over to Hodges on the perimeter. Jacob dribbles, gets to the foul line, pulls up the jumper on the elbow, bounce off the back iron. All Riverton there for the rebound. Comes down to DeVries. Outlets on the run to Hutchinson. Can't get to the rim. Dribbles between his legs. Splits to D, and that's offensive foul. Little out of control for Hutchinson, and Hodges, I believe, will get credit for drawing the charge.
Second personal on Hutchinson.
7 minutes to go in our second period. Star Valley with the ball once again, down by 6. Lancaster dribbling in the front court, spins, goes to Hodges, free throw line. He'll turn, go down the post, shot is up, no good, just a little too strong, and then an offensive foul on the rebound. That was not on the shot, that was on the rebound against Star Valley. Gives the ball right back to Riverton.
Tayson Johnson going to pick up his fourth team foul on the Braves with 6:42 to go in the second.
Parker packs it across the half-court line for the Wolverines. Good dribbling against Linford, tries to get in, can't, and there's going to be a foul on Linford with 6:32 to play in the second.
First on Luke, 15 foul now. Riverton just being just about as aggressive as you can be on offense.
Sheets will inbound for the Wolverines. Goes to Hutchinson. And he's out of bounds, dribbled on the line. Quick turnover by Riverton off the inbound play. Clock is rolling down to 6:27 to go in our second period, 17-11. Both teams have gone scoreless here in the last few minutes of gameplay. Here's Neal on the outside, dribbles down to the corner, back up top to Lancaster. Has a screen from Hodges, but a foul away from the ball against the Braves on Tayson Johnson.
That's 2 quick ones on Tayson. And 16 fouls on the Braves just like that. 6:15 to go in the half. So the Wolverines will be shooting from here on out. Croy Jenkins, Taft McClure, and P.J. Horsley comes back in. And he looks like he's even got some rosy cheeks. So still some blood in the veins.
That's right. Doesn't look like there's any sort of wrap or anything on his hands. So apparently all good to go. Left the game after some bleeding all over the court. 17-11, Riverton on top with the ball. 6 minutes remain before halftime, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley.
Fouls piling up on the Braves here. That's number 7. So that'll send the Wolverines to the line. They've been whistled for 3 or 4 of them here just in the last minute of gameplay. Riverton to the free throw line where Jason Vincent, he is a 63% free throw shooter.
First shot is away on the 1-on-1, missed it, rebounded by Hodges. Had to fight off Croy Jenkins to get it. In the front court, dribbling is Horsley. PJ crosses over, works it now into the corner to Jenkins. McClure on the baseline, back up top Hodges. Drives, kick out, Horsley no shot to the free throw line, pulls up the jumper from there, drops it in. Guess he's good. PJ for 2.
Braves just needed a basket, so good timing.
17-13, Star Valley still trailing, but they pulled within 4. Outside is Vincent for the Wolverines. Drives the right post, shot is up, leaned into Jenkins, didn't get the foul. Shot no good, rebounded by Hodges. Star Valley on the run. McClure turns on the Jets, drives, leans into it, shot no good, offensive charge. There to draw the charge was Parker Paxton, and it's back to the Wolverines.
McClure picks up his first. Here's that sequence. Just got ran over by Taft McClure.
5:14 to play in the second. Still a 4-point game, 17-13. Riverton across the half-court line with Vincent on the dribble. That's actually Dale on the dribble. Works it to Vincent. It's a screen, passes to Monroe. Drives in baseline, goes to the rim. Two-strug no good. Hodges rebounds. Outlets to Linford on the run. Defense is there. Luke will have to stop. Tries to break down the defense, but passes to Hodges. Rifles to Jenkins. Back to Luke. Test the angle. Step back. 3-ball. Yes! Luke Linford. The step back 3 to make it a 1-point game.
Luke now 3 points. Braves 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. They've been pretty quiet from. They usually shoot more than that, but they've hit them both.
To the rim, and that's going to be a foul. Jacob Hodges reached in, and it looked like he was all ball, but the official says contact was made.
They're human. They missed this one.
.430 to go in the game.
Hodges will be whistled for his second. 9th team foul on the Braves, 2 on the Wolverines here with 4:30 to go. Free throw's no good.
Missed the 1-and-1, but tipped out of bounds, and they'll say knocked out by Riverton. McClure had position.
Boy, I thought that was off of Taft, but Riverton agreed with me, by the way.
Well, they're going to say Hunter came in from behind and poked it off of Taft's hands. 4:26 to go in the second, 17-16. Star Valley down by 1. Linford just hit the 3. He has the ball now, picks up the dribble, works it to Horsley on the elbow. PJ steps back, tests the angle, and he'll be fouled on the floor. Just a 3rd team foul on Riverton. Comes with 4:14 remaining in the second.
Brody Dale picks up his first, as you mentioned, Duke. 3rd team foul, 4:14 to go.
Inbound to Linford, pass up top to Hilton. Works it back to Horsley, pull up jumper baseline, off the mark, no good. Just barely grazed the rim into the hands of Hutchinson for the rebound. He'll come down the half court with 4 minutes to go in the first half. Wolverines by 1. Paxton in the paint, kicks it out. Shot fake from Monroe, dribble drive kick out. Quick 3 from Paxton, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jenkins. Star Valley gets the ball back. Another chance to take the lead. Would be their first of the game if they do. Jenkins above the left side corner. Ball poked out. Loose in the front court. And chased down. Riverton on the run to lay it in easy. That's going to be Hunter Hewick for the steal and the points. Makes it 19-16. Wolverines by 3. McClure on the right side wing. Holds it. Now drives. Jumper free throw line. Down and in. He just continues to hit those. Hit a bunch last night. He got a couple more today.
4 points now for Taft.
19-18. Braves down by 1. Riverton with the lead in the ball. Paxton, dribble drive, hesitation, gets in the lane. Shot, no good, and no foul. Lost it out of bounds. Going to stay with Riverton.
Tell you what, staying in front of him is a full-time job. Parker Paxton. Here's that last sequence. Taft rising from about 18 feet and putting that up.
Inbounding is Hutchinson. On the baseline goes to Paxton. Parker drives, shot off the square and in on the low block baseline drive. He is more than just an outside shooter. He can do that to you too. 21-18, 2:45 to play in the second. Star Valley down by 3. Downloaded Jenkins, turnaround jumper on the block. Bouncing, no good. Linford almost got the putback but couldn't. Rebound comes down to Riverton. 2:32 to go in the half. Deep three from DeVries, no good. Hilton has the board this time for the Braves. McClure across half court, hesitates behind his back, dribble drive, pull up, jumper, short on that one. Top of the key, and it's rebounded by Paxton.
Wolverines bothered Taft on that release.
Paxton picks up the dribble, works it over to the right side. Vincent has the ball poked loose, but recollects it. It's actually Sheets. Now he drives, found an open lane, missed the shot, has the rebound, the putback is in. Defense kind of let that lane open up. Sheets took advantage. Lead back up to 5, 23-18. Linford on the outside. Passes Jenkins around the arc. McClure back down to Linford. Just outside the key. Turnaround jumper for him. Rattled up and out and in. Dropped it. 23-20. Riverton in transition. Sheets pull up three off the rim. Off the backboard. No good. Rebounded by McClure. Star Valley basketball. 1:22 to play in the second. 23-20. Horsley wants to drive, but instead passes out to Linford. Has a high screen, back to Horsley, fires the three, short, airballed into the hands of DeVries for the rebound.
PJ's been a little short of target so far today.
Dribble drive take, no one stopped the ball. DeVries makes you pay again, and it's a timeout by Coach Schwab. 25-20, 101 to play before halftime. Riverton on top, back in 30 on SVI.
Looking for things that make our farm more efficient.
The value that Smart Farm brings growers like Rick is the ability to be more efficient, to be cost effective, and also to be stewards of the land.
The Simplot Smart Farm program is split up into 4 segments: prepare, prescribe, grow, harvest.
Based off of our first year work with him, our yield goals were higher than they've ever been on those fields, around 10 to 15% higher.
We were very happy with what Simplot does for us.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Back after the Star Valley timeout, Coach Bo Sheets and his Riverton squad have a 5-point lead in Star Valley today. Braves with the ball, but trailing 25-20. 19 fouls on Star Valley, 3 on Riverton. Under a minute to go before halftime. PJ Horsley with the dribble, working on Sheets. Passes over left side to Linford. Luke holds, goes to Lancaster. Cooper hands off to Horsley, drives to the rim, missed it on the left post. Cooper comes over to fight for the rebound to force a jump ball. Possession favors Riverton, but man, another tough miss for PJ.
Well, I like that he was aggressive and trying to get that bucket to go through. Just normally he makes those.
Riverton with 40 seconds remaining in the half, and they're up by 5, 25-20. Linford picks up Paxton, but he blows right by him to the rim. Missed the shot, though. Left it in the corner of the rim. Man, he's quick.
Super quick.
24 seconds. McClure in the front court for the Braves. Has a screen. Hands off to Lancaster. 18 seconds. Works it over right side. Horsley down to 15 in the lane. Kick out. Linford, 3 ball away. Back iron and over the backboard. Rebounded by Riverton on the baseline. And there's going to be a whistle and timeout called by Coach Sheets to make sure he keeps possession. 8.3 seconds remain.
We've been in business for going on our 8th year. This will be the 4th year here at this building. We mainly served a little bit of everything. I knew Rod his whole life. We went to school together. And so we knew a lot about each other, and we probably wouldn't have got the loans we did if we didn't know him as well as we did. He knows each one of our kids. He don't let anybody get overextended. Yes, I would recommend Bank Star Valley to a lot of people.
On the SVI Sports Network, this is Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson.
8.3 seconds before halftime. Riverton with the ball after their own timeout, 25-20. Paxton at 5 seconds across half court. 4 seconds, 3, drives, leans in. They wave off the shot. And there's going to be a foul with 2.2 seconds remaining. It didn't matter it was waved off because that's double bonus. 10th team foul on the Braves, so 2 shots for Parker on the line.
Second personal for Luke Linford.
Chance here to extend the lead to a three-possession game. If Parker hits them both, he hits the first.
And I know this will shock you, but Parker Paxton's an excellent free throw shooter. 83% on the season. He's got 6 in this game so far.
This one to make it a 7-point lead. Fires got it, 27-20. Star Valley with 2.2 to get off a half quarter. Maybe go to Lancaster, huh? Here he is from half court. Almost got another one off the back rim. So at the half, it's 27-20. Star Valley trailing, heading into the locker rooms. It's your Star Valley Health halftime show, live from Star Valley High School on the SVI Sports Network. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic have been serving the local community since 1999, including residential, commercial, and construction. Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic is your company for all of your trash needs, along with septic pumping and portable toilets. For the dependable company that has a proven trust and reliability, contact Star Valley Disposal and Royal Flush Septic at starvalleydisposal.com. That's starvalleydisposal.com. Sometimes people wonder, what does Swift Creek Trading sell? The real question is, what don't they sell? At Swift Creek Trading, find boots, shoes, socks, sweaters, shirts, jeans, belts, dress shirts and ties, horse tack and accessories, horse shoes, riding gear, cowboy hats, baseball caps, UW and Star Valley apparel, cologne, wallets,
Swift Creek Trading, your everything store, downtown Afton.
Miscellaneous items, shoe and boot care, jewelry, Western shirt.
Live coverage on the SVI Sports Network made possible with the help of Fire and Air, fireplaces, HVAC, and plumbing. Stop by under the arch in Afton. Skyview Lanes and Cineplex, the Family Fun Center. The Right Company, HDC Siding and Gutters, no job too small. Outlaw Tees, custom screen printing, embroidery, laser engraving, vehicle decals, and more. And by The Spur, Southwest Wyoming's country music station.
This is Braves basketball and the Star Valley Health halftime show on the SVI Sports Network.
Halftime coverage presented by Star Valley Health, with the Braves trailing the visiting Riverton Wolverines 27-20 at the half. For those of you watching, what you see right now is the performing dance team out of Desi's dance studio. They've made a day out of it. They've been performing all day long in the lower level games, the 2 varsity games as well. We are recording this, and so you can watch it later this afternoon. After this game, we'll have this performance uploaded to the Star Valley Independent Facebook page and to our broadcast channels at svinews.com. At the half, it's 27-20 Riverton on top. It was Derek DeVries now who got the hot start for Riverton, and then in the second, we saw a little more Parker Paxton and the rest of the team come around.
Still, though, Derek DeVries very aggressive, 6 of 6 from inside the arc, 13 points in that first half. He just, it almost seems like the focus has been, let's get him started because Parker Paxton can get his shot anytime he needs to. And boy, he really put together a first half.
Let's take a look at some of the stats here at the half with the score at 27-20. Battle Stats presented by Battleson Brothers Carpet One Flooring.
To go along with those 13 points, DeVries had 3 steals as well, which you saw in some of those highlights, turned into layups at the other end of the court, 2 rebounds and an assist as well. 7 points for Parker Paxton. As you alluded to, he kind of decided to start shooting in the second quarter, puts up 7 points, 3 rebounds. 4 points for Ty Sheets, 2 points for Hunter Hawk, and 1 point for Jason Vincent. Rebounding-wise, the Braves with the advantage, but as I mentioned earlier, part of that was because the Wolverines didn't miss early on. They hit their first 6 shots of the game. Steals-wise, Wolverines with 5, Braves with no steals in that first half on my sheet. That is very unusual. Assists are pretty close in this one. Wolverines 4 of 9 from the free throw line. The Braves did not attempt a free throw in that first half. The fouls did skew the way of Star Valley. They had 10 team fouls in that first half, 3 for Riverton. Braves led in scoring by Jacob Hodges. He had 6 points, 7 rebounds, 5 points for Luke Linford, 4 for Taft McClure, 3 for Croy Jenkins, and 2 for PJ Horsley. So obviously the Braves still some work to do. Love to see them get into the free throw line as well, Duke, but that's a look at things here at the half.
Battleson Brothers Flooring Carpet 1, halftime stats, quality, price, service. That's Battleson Brothers Flooring with your score 27-20 and the Star Valley Health halftime show. Before we go to break, let's see if we can give away a couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex. Find them online at skyviewlanes.com. First person to text in the correct answer wins. Use our studio text in line at 307-203-4637.
Same question, just 2 different teams now. It's a boys contest. Where was the last neutral site game played between these 2 schools? Neutral site. Go ahead and let us know your guess, 307-203-4637. The fastest correct answer wins a couples combo from Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
At the half, Braves lead 27-20 on the SVI Sports Network.
Sweet baby.
B&H Auto is your local source for all your auto maintenance needs. Oil changes, brakes, shocks, tires, and even mechanical repairs such as transmissions and other engine problems. Located on the north end of Afton, that's B&H Auto, service you can ride on.
Hi, my name is Bill Tech. I'm the current mayor of the city of Kemmer. The biggest thing is the freedom that we have here, and I want to preserve that. We're all about camping, hunting, fishing, hiking, boating, all those outdoor things. Kemmer and Lincoln County are in my heart and always will be.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy.
Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? It's a quick drive, but it's beautiful.
You know what I like about Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford mountain biking.
You know what I like about my Caribou Ford? I take my Caribou Ford to the lake.
I take my Caribou Ford everywhere. We're Caribou Ford with the famous Warranty Forever, just east of Lava Hot Springs on Highway 30. And we're keeping it simple in Soda Springs.
This is the Star Valley Health Halftime Show on the SVI Sports Network.
A few first half highlights as we continue on with your Star Valley Health Halftime Show, supporting individuals, families, and our community and achieving our best health. That is Star Valley Health. We're the Wolverines in Star Valley today. Riverton up by 7, 27-20. See how Star Valley's fared so far with the Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game.
Well, key number 1 was I thought the Braves needed to defend the 3, which so far so good there, at least by the numbers. Wolverines is 1 of 5. That could change in a hurry, though. They are an excellent 3-point shooting team. Key number 2 is battle for the boards. Braves are leading that category. They had to hit their percentages. I'm talking 33% from the 3-point line and 75% from the free throw line. They did that from the 3-point line, hit 2 of 5. No free throws attempted in that first half for the Braves. They've got to change that. The Wolverines had 9 attempts in that first half, so a little more aggression to the basket perhaps. And finally, key number 4, a fast start. I guess you could debate that, but I'd say no. But the Braves got some work to do here, down 7 here at the break.
That's your Rocky Mountain Yeti Afton keys to the game, legend driven. Find them online at RockyMountainYetiAfton.group. Just over a minute left in our halftime coverage. How about the answer to your trivia question? See if anyone wins that couples combo to Skyview Lanes and Cineplex.
The last neutral site game played between these two schools took place in Green River back in the 2015-2016 season. Not sure if we had a winner or not, Duke.
Not this time. No Green River guesses.
That's right, a little more difficult than Casper this time.
Did have a few Caspers, a few Landers, but no Green Rivers. So I'll stick that couples combo in my pocket. I'm just kidding. Save it for next week.
We don't do that.
27-20, Star Valley looking to dig back into this. It is going to be Braves ball to open up the half as they trail Riverton to wrap up our Star Valley Health halftime show. Again, find them online at starvalleyhealth.org. Advanced, local, personalized. Visit starvalleyhealth.org. Braves will take the court with Ridge Neal, Taft McClure, Croy Jenkins, PJ Horsley, and Jacob Hodges, your original starting five. For this game, anyway.
Important for the Braves to get a basket here on this opening possession, I think.
They trail by 7, 27-20. Riverton takes the court, and it will be Neal inbounding backcourt to PJ Horsley. Paxton picks him up. Horsley works it over to Neal. Fires to Hodges. Turnaround jumper on the free throw line. Back iron no good. McClure couldn't go up for the rebound. He fell. And Paxton has the board. Riverton basketball. He works it to DeVries. 20 seconds into the half. Opening possession of the half for Riverton. Hutchinson drives. Feeds it behind his back to DeVries. He drives. He slips, falls, and travels.
He might be. No, he's going to pop up. Okay. Wondered if maybe it looked like that hurt a little more than, but he's smiling now. Looks like he's all right, but
lost his footing. Feet slipped right out from underneath him. Star Valley basketball back the other way.
Well, that's the only thing that stopped him so far today.
Here's Horsley, drives left post, spins in the lane, hooks it up, short, no good. Rebounded by DeVries, Riverton basketball. DeVries tries to break down the defense. No shot. Works at Hutchinson. He'll take the triple. No good. Fight for the rebound. Poked outside. Picked up by Hodges. Hands off to Horsley across the half-court line. Fires down low to Hodges. Ball tipped, but into the hands of Jenkins, who scoops it up and scores.
Right place, right time there for Croy. He's got 5 points now.
27-22 on the Bank of Star Valley scoreboard. Braves cut it to a 5-point game. Outside is Vincent. Finds Hutchinson. Down to the baseline, back to Vincent, who comes back outside. Spins, wants to go to the rim, can't, finds Paxton on the perimeter. 6:36 to play. Paxton splits the D, drives it in, blocked away by McClure. Off the backboard to Horsley. Swatted that off the glass, now down low to McClure, but tipped it again to Jenkins, but this time he missed the shot. Out of bounds off of Riverton. Stays with Star Valley.
Vincent felt like that was off of Star Valley. Let's look at that last sequence. Croy Jenkins gets the errant ball and puts it where it needs to go.
All movement around the outside for Star Valley off the inbound. Here's Neal, open three, left corner, no good. Jenkins fights for the rebound, no good, missed it. Horsley gets the board. He goes up and is fouled. PJ Horsley, a board in the paint to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
And the Braves are needing every one of these offensive boards because Riverton's shot the lights out. Not so much in this third quarter, but overall in the game.
They've been held scoreless so far in the first 2 minutes of the half. It's still 27-22. The Braves just with one field goal of their own. And here's the chance for 2 free throws from PJ. First is good.
First free throw of the game for the Braves. PJ knocks it down. Limited attempts in varsity action for PJ. He's just 6 of 12 on the season, and I know he's a better shooter than that.
Free throw no good, but rebounded by McClure. Taft tries to back down the defense, spins, shot, and too strong off the glass. Quite a few misses for the Braves today in the paint. They still trail by 4 now, 23-27. Riverton on the other end. Here's a 3 from Vincent. Good, swished it. Back to a 7-point Riverton lead.
Riverton had been cold from 3. They now 2 of 7 from beyond the arc.
Hodges, turnaround jumper from the free throw line, no good. Got his own rebound and puts it in easy in the lane that time. Board and a bucket to make it a 5-point game.
Jacob now 8 points, 9 rebounds.
Paxton drives in, kicks out. Ty Sheets, jumper on the elbow, no good. Rebounded by Neal. Ridge in the backcourt. Passes out in front to Horsley. Left side angle. Hesitates, drives, Paxton shuts him down, back outside, flick to Nild up top. Works over to PJ, has a angle, gets too far under the rim on the baseline, goes over left corner, now pulls up the jumper. No good, ball tipped by Hodges into the backcourt where it's rebounded by McClure. Great tip from Hodges. Now he gets the ball, takes the three. Back iron no good, rebounded this time by DeVries. Riverton basketball.
Boy, Braves getting a lot of opportunities, but points sure hard to come by.
DeVries pull up three, good. Back-to-back triples for the Wolverines and a timeout taken by Coach Schwab. Riverton has an 8-point lead now, up 33-25, 4:42 to go in the game, back in 30 with the SVI Sports Network.
It's time to update your home's flooring, and Battleson Brothers Carpet One is your local source. Right now at Battleson Brothers, find in-stock LVP as low as $2.99 per square foot. Get a bedroom installed with fresh new carpet for just $4.49. That includes the carpet, pad, and labor for just $4.49. Battleson Brothers Flooring also offers 12-month, no-interest financing. In Afton and Thane, that's Battleson Brothers Carpet One Floor and Home.
Price, quality, service, Battleson Brothers Flooring.
You're watching Braves basketball with Duke Dance and Dal Erickson on the SVI Sports Network.
4 minutes, 42 seconds to go in our third period. It's an 8-point Riverton lead after another triple falls. That one from Derek DeVries.
Well, and as I mentioned, the Wolverines 1 of 5 in the first half. They've hit their last 2 3-point attempts, one from DeVries and one from Vincent.
Hodges on the free throw line. Defense comes out on him. Can't get the shot off that time. Hands off to Jenkins. He drives in, clears to McClure. Taft corner three away. Got it. A Rocky Mountain Yeti Yapton triple for Taft McClure to answer. Lead back down to 5. 33-28. Drive for Parker Paxton, who's fouled. And that's going to put him to the free throw line for 2.
He isn't just fast. He's really good at drawing that physical contact. Here's that triple from Taft in the corner. He's just, well, let's be honest. He's the youngest brother of a bunch of guys that all play great basketball. So he's learned all the tricks.
They'll say the foul's not on the shot. Inbound knocked out by Nield, and Parker will throw it in again, this time above the corner on the side. Running out of time, but does get it to DeVries, who's fouled from Rich Nield from behind.
Got him kind of around the neck.
Stops the clock at 4:11.
That's a third personal on Ridge Nield. Second team foul on the Braves with 4:11 to go. Ridge will have a seat. Luke Linford back in. Luke came in pretty hot last time in the first half. Scored 5 quick points once he came in off the bench.
4:08 to go in the third period. Riverton working around the outside. Parker Paxton in the front court. Picked up by Horsley. Tries to break him down. Drive, stop, pull up on the elbow. Bouncing.
Ooh.
No, hung on the rim. Rebound dug out by the Wolverines. Flick it over to Hutchinson. He tries to drive angle. Split the D. Offensive. No, a block charge on Luke Linford. He thought he had the offensive call. He didn't get it.
Here's a look at it on the Fall River Propane replay. Third personal on Luke Linford. Third team foul on the Braves. 1 team foul on Riverton to this point. 3:48 to go in the third.
Riverton looks to inbound on the baseline. DeVries, Paxton, 3 on the inbound. No good. Rebounded by Hodges. Goes to McClure across half court. Lobs downloaded. Jenkins too high and over Croy's head. A little too much on that one. Sails out of bounds.
Braves being a little cavalier with the ball here. 5-point game. You just battled to get the ball back and throw it right away. You can't afford to do that in a game like this.
3 minutes, 36 seconds to play in the third. Riverton back with the basketball, still holding on to this 5-point lead. Braves have been in striking distance all game, but it's been Riverton's game, or at least their lead. Here's a dribble off the foot into the backcourt from Vincent. Now it's on the floor, and a scrum ensues out of bounds. It's going to be Star Valley basketball. It's Hodges and Vincent going at it.
Mike Vincent felt like he was fouled, but I felt like this should have been over and back. It went off his foot. Referee called it was a tip. It was off his foot. Anyway, my 2 cents.
Star Valley has the ball regardless, and it's Cooper Lancaster on the left side wing. Gets a screen from Hodges. Defense stays with him. Drives the post to the rim. Hang shot, no. Fight for the rebound, and a block call against Riverton. That was a late call. Came from the backside official. That's going to put Cooper on the line.
That one against Hunter Hawk. His second team foul, excuse me. with 3:10 to go. And Cooper Lancaster to the line.
He will hit the first, bounces on the rim a few times.
First point of the night for Cooper. He can score in bunches, though. We've seen that.
From South Smoot, as he used to tell us.
It's a rough neighborhood.
Second free throw is good.
You're more likely to get eaten by a bear than have violence there.
The free throws pull Star Valley to within 3. 3:05 to play in the third period. 33-30, big move by DeVries into the lane, shot no good. Another whistle, though. And again for the backside judge from the front court official. That's going to put Riverton to the Riverside Dental free throw line. 2 shots for Derek here.
Cooper Lancaster going to be whistled for his first, 4th team foul. The Braves have had their hands full with Derek DeVries going to the hoop today.
Whipped the net on that free throw. Lead back up to 4 as Draven Monroe subs in.
DeVries now with 17 points. That is the game high. By far, actually.
Second attempt. Good. Lead back to 5 at 35-30. Horsley across the half-court line. Works it to the left side. Holding it. Cooper fakes right, dribbles left, lost the ball but recollected it. Still on the outside. Works it back to the free throw line. Splits the D to the rim. Shot no good, but another foul. And Cooper Lancaster back-to-back trips to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
I think they're getting Parker Paxton for this one, his first. 13 foul on the Wolverines with 2:45 to go in the third. And Lancaster back to the line where he hit his first 2 attempts earlier.
Hits the first free throw, makes it a 4-point game.
3 points now for Cooper. Troy Jenkins getting some instruction from Coach Schwab.
Second free throw for Lancaster, up and away, short, no good, and an over-the-back call on Hodges. No, they changed their call. They said originally Riverton, but they're going to say Hodges was pushed out. So they give the foul to Monroe, and Star Valley keeps the ball. Star Valley will inbound with Horsley on the baseline. Horsley holds, goes up top to Jenkins, works it back left side to Lancaster, has a screen, dribbles center, keeps the dribble alive, still top of the floor. Now between his knees, drives in, splits the D, back to the rim. That one's no good, no foul this time. And the rebound down to DeVries. Riverton basketball. Lancaster behind. He poked it away from behind into the hands of Jenkins. He just waited and waited and waited until he got the angle he wanted. And there's going to be a warning call on the bench against both Sheets. It won't be, they don't give him the foul or the technical, but they do give Coach Sheets the warning. He thought that was a foul on Lancaster and voiced his opinion.
You don't get a warning very often.
McClure on the outside for the Braves, still trailing by 4. Tries to cross over, ball poked away, collects it, lobs to Hodges in the lane. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled.
I love that the Braves are being aggressive to the hoop. It's on paper an advantage they have, and I don't think they went to it enough in the first half.
Stops the clock at 2 minutes, 11 seconds to play in a 4-point game. Hodges a chance to pull the Braves to within 2 from the line.
DeVries picks up his first foul, 15 foul.
Free throws in for Jacob. That makes it a 3-point game. 5 team fouls on Riverton, 4 on Star Valley.
Jacob now 9 points, 10 rebounds. So if he makes this, he'll have yet another double-double.
He'll toe the line. Gets the spirit finger, shots away and in. 35-33. Braves down by just 2 now. Riverton's led by as much as 8. 2 minutes remain in the third. DeVries kicks Paxton. Quick 3 off the inside cylinder, no good. Rebounded by Hodges. Chance for the Braves to tie or take the lead. 1:55 to play in the third period. 35-33. Horsley in the lane, kick out. Cooper, no shot. Lancaster pulls up the jumper on the elbow, no good. And a rebound and a foul for Hodges.
Wow.
With the shot dropping down. He was arcing his back down to his heels almost.
Yeah, he was bent backward like a lawn chair to put this one up and in. Lancaster shot a little off the mark, and Jacob able to finish. They're going to say Hutchinson kind of undercut him there for his third personal.
Another timeout taken by Bo Sheets. Tied at 35 with a free throw to come on the and one. Back in 60 on the SVI Sports Network.
Star Valley Health and Mountain West Orthopedics are proud to sponsor athletic trainers to support student athletes at Evanston, Mountain View, Lyman, and Star Valley High Schools. Jackie Clark, Darren Fiskus, and Kelly Hansen help students stay healthy and safe, provide emergency medical care on the field and court, and help rehabilitate injuries. It's just one way we're giving back to the communities we serve.
The following are real testimonials of health services provided by Taylor Kennington at Elevate Life.
After 2 sessions with Taylor and implementing the strategies he taught, my daughter's anxiety is significantly better. She sleeps in her own bed and is back to being her happy self.
In 7 weeks, I am a whole new person who was skeptical at first, but now I want everyone to go see Taylor. He can help from the smallest problems to the really big things.
Elevate Life. Retrain your brain. Visit elevatelife.today.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Jacob Hodges already another double-double on the day today. He's back on the Riverside Dental free throw line. This an and one to give the Braves the lead.
He's actually got 12 and 12 now.
Free throws away. Good. Star Valley leads 36-35 against the third-ranked Riverton Wolverines.
It's the first one, right? First lead?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Packs it across the half-court line. Goes outside. Hutchinson tries baseline. Loses the ball. Taken away by Hodges. Lancaster poked it loose. Hodges has the steal. Coach Sheets with his fingers interlocked on top of his head. He thought there was another whistle there.
Cooper, he just makes an impact when he comes on the court.
Lancaster, nope, now it's on top to McClure. Taft drives, angles, shot, fade away. May have been deflected, no good, into the hands of the Wolverines.
Yeah, I think DeVries got a piece of that.
1:10 to play in the third period. On the outside comes Riverton. Dribble, drive, take, packed it up, fouled. He has 2 shots from the line now after the whistle.
Well, Paxton has the speed and the skill set to really put pressure on you defensively and draw a foul, and he went right at the Braves that time. Horsley can be whistled for his third. 15 foul on the Braves with 1:02 to go in the third. And Paxton hits it. I know, shocking.
Ties the game at 36 all. This to give the lead back to Riverton after Star Valley held it briefly. Good, 37-36 Wolverines.
9 points in the game for Parker Paxton.
60 seconds to go in the third period. Cooper Lancaster front court for Star Valley. Drives, dishes outside. 3, Horsley off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Riverton. 47 seconds to play in the third. DeVries works left side. Baseline drive, shot fake up, blocked out. Lancaster saves it up to Jenkins. Can he get there? He does, but behind Hodges and into Riverton, and then a foul on the Braves. Great effort from Lancaster to save it into the backcourt, and Jenkins just couldn't quite get there in time.
Boy, if that one would have had a little less sauce on it, you'd have been looking at a dunk here from Jenkins, but Croy had to give everything he had just to try and save that inbound.
Riverton with the ball now, 28 seconds to go in the third. Wolverines still up by 1.
That was a second personal on Lancaster. Both teams with 6 now.
Sheets with 20 seconds. Finds Paxton, still deep in the front court. Clock down to 15. He dribbles right. Hands off to DeVries. Clock ticks down to 10. DeVries steps back outside the circle at 7 seconds. Now makes a move, passes baseline. Dribble drive, Vincent to the rim, no good. But Paxton has the putback and he missed it, but the tip-in is in at the buzzer by Vincent. Couple misses and Vincent gets the tip-in as the buzzer sounds. It's 39-36 Wolverines, end of the third. Back after this with 8 minutes remaining on the SVI Sports Network.
Nothing on us? How hard could it be to be a banker? They just give other people's money away. Cole and Marty got nothing on us. Yeah.
This is the weekday wake up on SVI.
Your home for totally free personal and business listening. Okay, so you're ready for a subscription then.
Just a few things to sign. We'll be on your way. Hey, Amanda, what's the federal rate interest period on the Grace escrow after the next 4 quarters?
If you could just sign here, initial here. So after a quick look at your credit, it's pretty evident that it's not good. And so it's not in the best interest of the bank to give you a loan today. I'm sorry.
That's right, Cole and Marty. You've got nothing on us.
We're going to get people to give us money, and it's going to be the Bank of Duke and Dow.
We are Western Wyoming's leader in live coverage of high school sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
Vincent with the tip drill at the buzzer, and the ball back to Riverton to open things up. Dangerous half-court pass, or dangerous inbound pass at the half-court, contested by Jenkins, knocked out. Riverton will inbound again.
Well, and it was multiple tip drill at the end there. 3 Wolverines had a tip opportunity, and Vincent was able to put it in.
Riverton, 3rd ranked in the Wild Preps Coaches and Media Poll, and Wyoming's 4A getting their hands full against Star Valley in Afton today. 39-36, Wolverines lead with the ball. Strong take, but a foul on the floor. The shot's good from Hutchinson, but they don't count it. Foul beforehand, and this will be 1 and 1 instead of the and 1.
Cooper Lancaster going to pick up his 3rd, I believe. 7th team foul, so yeah, 1 and 1 situation, or is this a 2? What did he
1
say,
and 1.
Dude? Hutchinson, first one is no good.
Fight for the rebound. Vincent gets it, dishes out. The shot is blocked by Hodges on the 2nd attempt. Blocked it, and McClure came down with it. 7:30 to play in the 4th. Inside to Jenkins, loses the ball. Picked up on the run by Paxton. Wants to outrun the team. Blocked again, but with the contact. Lancaster felt it was clean, but they'll get him. And that's a foul on Cooper in transition.
It's foul number 4 on Lancaster. Here's that sequence again.
Stops the clock at 7:24. Take a look at it again there. Now the free throw's up and away and good for Paxton. Extends the lead back to 4.
Well, when Paxton's at the line, it's just a basket. That's the thing about him. He's 5 for 5. He's now got 10 points.
2nd attempt away and good again. Lead at 5, 41-36. Star Valley did have the lead for a short time, but now it's Riverton up 5. McClure with 7:18 to go in the game. Free throw line, dishes to Jenkins and scores off the low block.
Pick and roll from McClure to Jenkins.
Back to a 3-point game. DeVries drives, kick out. Hutchinson no shot, works to Vincent. He takes the 3, left it short off the front iron, right into the hands of Jenkins for the rebound. Star Valley ball in a 1-possession game, down by 3. Neal on the perimeter, holds it up high, takes a few dribbles, works it back, now up over the left side to McClure. 6:44 to play in the game. Nice down to McClure, baseline jumpers, a swish for Taft. 1-point game again, 41-40.
He's been money on that, as you mentioned. That 15-footer or so continues to be one of his best shots.
6:30 to go as Paxton drives in. No good. Great defense from Horsley. Rebounded by Neal. Ridge across half court, works it to McClure. Numbers for the Braves. Pulls up the jumper, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Riverton has the board. They try and go out in front to Parker on the run, but the defense is there. He'll slow things down and set up the half-court offense. 6 minutes to go in a 1-point game. Riverton up 1 with the ball.
Well, we thought this was going to be a good game, and it is not disappointed.
5:57 and counting. Paxton contested 3, no good. Easy rebound for Taft McClure. There wasn't a Wolverine there. All Braves for the board. Horsley in the front court with 5:42 to play in the game. Works it left side to Taft McClure. He'll hold it deep on the perimeter, left side wing. 1 dribble lob to Hodges in the lane. No dribble shot. Hung on the rim, no good. And rebounded by Vincent. And then Hodges will foul Vincent as he tried to come down the court. It's going to be against Jacob with 5:30 to go.
I would have liked to have seen Jacob keep that one in his back pocket here.
Going to result in 1 and 1 on the other end. That will put Jason Vincent to the Riverside Dental free throw line.
On the season, Vincent a 63% free throw shooter. and he is 1 of 3 today. 6 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal.
Here's the front end.
Wow.
Banked it.
Tell you what, the backboards have been pretty kind to Riverton this afternoon. Girls banked in a couple of threes, banking a free throw.
Taysom Johnson subs in for Star Valley. Second free throw, no good. 2-point Riverton lead. Rebound to Hodges. It's 42-40. Braves with the ball, down by a couple. 5:20 to go in the game. Horsley works it over left side to Taft McClure. And the ball is loose. Taft goes down to get it, and it will be a jump ball call.
Yeah, I think you have to call a jump there. That was Taft so close to regaining possession, but really good hustle play there from DeVries. It'll stay Star Valley, but he flips the arrow.
McClure will inbound.
Tell you what, DeVries, he's 2 handfuls.
Inbound to Hodges up top. Looks down low, nothing there. Drives, pull up at the free throw line. Bouncing on the rim, no good. Rebounded by Riverton. Stays a 2-point game. DeVries has the board. He wants to run with it. Goes kick out. Hutchinson, no shot for him. Now fakes the shot, goes outside. DeVries, 3, right wing, off the rim, no good. Rebounded underneath, and there's going to be a foul on Star Valley as Hunter Hawk gets the board and draws the contact.
Foul number 4 on Ridge Neild. So he and Cooper Lancaster with 4 each. And I'm going to steal the pronunciation here from broadcaster next to me, Duke. They're pronouncing it as Hauk. First free throw from him is no good.
4:55 to play in the game. Hauk can hit this one to make it a 3-point game. Away, no good. Hodges has the board. Still just a 2-point Riverton lead.
14 rebounds for Jacob.
Ridge Neild on the perimeter. Finds McClure, down to Hodges, spins, lane, roll off his fingertips and in. Then stolen on the inbound by Horsley, who is fouled.
Oh my goodness.
Or do they say Horsley foul? They say it was a foul on PJ. And Star Valley's bench cannot believe it because and here come the Boo Birds from the stands, as they thought that foul was Riverton, and then it was called, and now the officials will come in and converse, and they reverse it, which I think is the right thing to do, and it's going to put PJ to the line.
I'll be honest, I had my eyes down putting in the stats on the stat sheet. Here's the end of that play, and then PJ, it's going to end up being a 1-on-1 situation for Horsley.
And he does hit the front end to give Star Valley back the lead.
PJ now with 4 points. That's a big call. And not only that, it's foul number 4 on Nathan Hutchinson.
Initially called a foul on Star Valley, then the other officials come over and they talk and they reverse it and put PJ to the line. Here's the second of the 1-and-1, and good on both. Star Valley now leads by 2. Back and forth we go. 4:30 to play in the game.
Braves' biggest lead of the game.
44-42. Paxton, step back, no shot, passes it away. DeVries comes around to screen, drives the post to the rim. Whose scoop shot, no good. And Monroe gets the rebound, and he's fouled. Draven Monroe to the Riverside Dental free throw line. He'll have 2 attempts.
That was a fantastic offensive rebound from Monroe. His first rebound of the game, and it's a big one. And that is now foul number 2 on McClure. Monroe has not attempted a free throw yet today. First one's away, and good.
Pulls the Wolverines back to 1. 44-43.
On the season, a 44% free throw shooter. Chance to raise that if he makes this one.
Second is good. Tied again at 44.
It's a big moment there for Monroe. Big offensive rebound, 2 free throws, ties the game.
4:15 to play. Another tight one in Afton, and this one's stolen by Riverton. They try to go inside to Hodges, but it was contested. Wolverine basketball, and a foul away from the ball against Riverton.
They're going to get Monroe away from the basketball. Here's the Fall River Propane replay. Let's see if we can see it. They're going to call a moving screen here, I guess, on Monroe. I don't think he cared for the call. Most players don't.
4:02 to play in the fourth period. Tied at 44 between the third-ranked Wolverines and Star Valley, who's been in and out of the top 5 this season.
Second personal on Monroe, by the way.
Right side. Johnson, no shot. Works it over to Neild and now to McClure. Has the ball tipped, loose, and then off of McClure and out of bounds. DeVries, another big play for him.
That was a heck of a play from DeVries. He's able to get this off of McClure's leg.
Inbound backcourt, Riverton now with the ball. Still tied at 44 with 3:45 remaining. To the right side is Sheets. Neild on him, wants to drive, can't, picks it up, finds DeVries, drives the post and draws the ball out of bounds. They say it was tipped out by Star Valley. So it's Riverton ball.
That was close. I wondered if maybe he just lost the handle. Going to say tipped out by McClure. Tassing a little bit of a breather here. Croy Jenkins comes in. Ridge Neild is in. Cooper Lancaster is in. Cooper's got those 4 fouls, as does Ridge Neild. Oh, Ridge coming back out. Excuse me.
3:35 remaining. Inbound to Monroe. Spin in the lane. Shot is up. No good. Fight for the board. Still loose. Picked up by Monroe. Riverton basketball has it on the perimeter.
Boy, Hodge is so close to getting that one.
DeVries spins, double team, clears it back to Monroe. He'll hold it high and go to Parker Paxton. 3:16 and counting in the game. To Monroe, jab, drive, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Lancaster. Still tied at 44. Cooper drives, he goes coast to coast, kick out, and an offensive charge.
And Lancaster just fouled out.
Monroe there to draw the charge on the dribble drive kick out.
So Lancaster fouls out. Tell you what, Monroe has come in. He's made some really pivotal moment plays here. Offensive rebounds, some free throws, some shots, and that time drawing a foul that takes maybe one of your best slashers out of the game if you're the Braves.
Still tied at 44. Now down to 3 minutes remaining in the game. Riverton with the basketball this time. Paxton holds it up. Horsley on him. Works it right side to Sheets. He can't get into the lane. Kick it out. 3 ball. Vincent. Good. Jason Vincent, a big 3 to make it 47-44. 2:40 remains in the game.
Vincent now at 10 points.
Lob down to Hodges, who's fouled. This will be a foul on the floor to put Jacob to the line for 1 and 1.
And this is on Vincent. Here's that last sequence. They work it around. They leave Vincent wide open, and he makes him pay for it.
Chance here for Jacob to pull Star Valley back to within 1 point if he can hit them both.
So Vincent whistled for his second foul. Hutchinson coming in, replacing Monroe. And Hodges to the line where he's 3 of 3 today. 15 points, 14 rebounds.
Sends the first away, and it's good. One more to come from Jacob, now down to a 2-point game. 2:36 remains here in the fourth period. Both teams in the double bonus the rest of the way. And it's good again. Jake Good from the line, and it's a 1-point game. Riverton 47, Star Valley 46. Coach Schwab calls a timeout. We'll take this 60-second break on the SVI Sports Network.
Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, 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 I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Live coverage of this broadcast made possible because of Miles Beverage Incorporated, a proud sponsor of Star Valley and UW Athletics. Wyoming Minuteman Supply, guns and ammo, camping gear, licenses, and more. The Box Y Lodge. Nestled high in the mountains, we offer the experience of a lifetime. Swift 98.7, Star Valley's hit music station. And by Star Valley Skidoo and Quick Lube. They repair it all and make it purr.
This is your home for Star Valley Braves basketball. Live on SVI Media and Swift 98. All part of the SVI Sports Network.
Couple free throws from Jacob Hodges makes it a 1-point game, 47-46. Riverton up on top And with the ball, Braves jump into a full court press with 2:37 remaining. Inbound backcourt, Paxton. Press will back off. And Paxton will come across half court, picked up by Linford. Now he'll retreat. Ball over to Vincent, back to Paxton. Wants to make a move to the rim and scores. Before you can even react on the jab fake one way, he's blown by you the other.
13 points for Paxton.
2:15 to go in the game, 49-46. Riverton now up and a travel as Taysom Johnson just kind of drug the foot and turns it over.
Here's that last sequence. You can see Paxton gets past Horsley and puts it in off the glass. And then a turnover here. So Braves are going to need a couple of stops here if they want to pull this one out of the fire.
Big possession at 2 minutes left. Riverton with the 3-point lead in the ball. They're going to slow things down. Vincent in the front court, works to Paxton, hands off back to Vincent. Has a screen, comes left, and carried the ball to turn it back over.
Well, he kind of tripped on his own man, it looked like there, Hutchinson, and it affected how he had to dribble. That's just kind of a fluke play. What a big turnover, though.
1:50 remains. Star Valley down by 3. They've led a couple of times, but just briefly as Hodges bullies his way in and good for 2 points. Nathan Hutchinson was hoping for the charge call. He didn't get it. Back to a 1-point game.
19 points, 14 rebounds for Jacob Hodges tonight.
1:30 remaining, 49-48. Parker Paxton works it left side.
Paxton is such a weapon in a situation like this.
Finds Ty Sheets. Dribbles behind his back. Kicks it over to Hutchinson. He has no shot. Now works to DeVries. Pulls up the jumper. Dropped it in.
Why not?
Back to a 3-point game. That one from the right elbow.
DeVries now at 20 points. 8 rebounds, 4 steals.
Coming down to the wire, 60 seconds remains. Horsley in the lane, no shot, kicks it out. Linford fakes the 3, pulls up the jumper for 2. Back iron, no good, rebounded by Riverton. Now Star Valley's gonna have to start thinking about fouling if they don't get a quick turnover. 47 seconds remains. Paxton in the front court, down to 43. Braves have got to pressure the ball. Hodges comes out on it. 51-48, and ball in the backcourt, and it is still Riverton ball. Jose Jenkins tipped it out.
Coach Schwab and the Star Valley staff was absolutely lobbying that was off of Riverton. They did not get their wish.
35 seconds. Still no foul for the Braves. Going to let it play out, go for a steal. Paxton in the backcourt, and he calls a timeout to avoid the 10-second violation. 28.6 remains. It's 51-48. 30-second break on SVI.
I think being in a small town, you just really care and you take more pride in the work that you do because you're working with your neighbors. These are people that you see out in the community. You know, you see them at kids sporting events and parent-teacher conferences and the grocery store. You know, these are our neighbors.
One of the reasons that people also come back to us is they trust us, because we are friends, we are family. And so I think there's a lot of trust in the community.
Live coverage of local high school sports continues now on the SVI Sports Network.
Riverton timeout. They lead Star Valley in Afton right now by a slim margin of 51-48. It is going to be Riverton basketball and 28.6 seconds remaining. Still just a one-possession game, and time for Star Valley to play a few seconds, trying to go for the steal before they have to foul. And of course, the last person you want in line is Parker Paxton, and you know that's where Coach Sheets is going to try and go with the ball because, like you said earlier, Dal, Parker on the line is basically points.
Not only that, he's such a good ball handler that it's natural you're going to try and get him the ball anyway.
They do get it to him on the inbound backcourt. Linford comes up, no foul. Still trying to force a steal, but instead they do have to foul in the front court. That stops the clock at 22.5, and it does put Parker Paxton on the line. All he has to do is hit one to make it a two-possession game.
Foul number 4 on P.J. Horsley, so he has 4, Neal has 4, Cooper Lancaster has fouled out. Paxton 6 for 6, make it 7 for 7.
That makes it a 4-point, two-possession game, 52-48 with 22.5 to go.
14 points, 6 rebounds.
So after this, which is good again, Star Valley will need some quick points. But first, a timeout taken by Coach Sheets and a 30-second variety. 22 and a half to go on the SVI Sports Network.
Your leader for live coverage of Star Valley High School sports. This is the SVI Sports Network.
22 and a half seconds remain for Star Valley. They need 2 possessions. They will have the ball and that full length of the court in front of them.
At this point, Duke, you just need a basket. It doesn't have to be a 3 because you're going to need 2 possessions, but you need to get a basket and get it as quickly as possible.
Nield works to McClure, fires into Hodges, goes up for the shot, no good. Ball tipped, loose, and saved by Riverton out of bounds. Was he bumped out?
I think he was trying to call a timeout. I thought he was trying to call a timeout.
They are going to give Star Valley the ball. I couldn't find, I didn't see who they signaled, but it is Star Valley ball. Still 10 seconds. They got to take a 3. Nield is blocked on the 3 attempt. Loose ball picked up by Riverton, and that's going to do it. Just 6.5 seconds left. Not enough time as Riverton goes back to the free throw line. And Star Valley hung with the 3rd-ranked team, but Riverton's going to escape this one on the road.
That's foul number 5 on Ridge Nield, so he is fouled out. Cooper Lancaster is fouled out. Luke Linford will come in. Horsley has 4. And this game was tight throughout. Riverton pulling away here at the end with free throws.
First free throw is good to make it 54-48. Riverton gets the overtime win in Jackson last night. They hold off the Braves here. But it just goes to show that the gap is not big in the 4A class as Star Valley hangs with Riverton tonight, or this afternoon. Second free throw good. Linford tries to clear it out. McClure, 3-ball at the buzzer is in, but it's too little too late, and it's 55-51, and Riverton wins by 4 to defeat the Braves. That will send us into our Silver Star Communications post-game show. Leave slow internet in the dirt with the help of Silver Star. Find them online at silverstar.com. That is silverstar.com. Again, your final 55-51. Riverton's win streak extends to 11 in a row. They are now 13-2 overall on the season. Star Valley will drop down to 9-7 after the loss on their home court, 55-51. Let's jump right into your Battleson Brothers post-game battle stats.
Well, Derek DeVries started off quick. He had 9 points right out of the gate. He finishes with 20 for the game. That was the game high. Also 8 rebounds, 4 steals. He had a monster game today. Parker Paxton, 15 points, 6 rebounds, but 8 for 8 from the free throw line. They needed all of those. 10 points for Jason Vincent, 6 for Ty Sheets, and 2 for Hunter Hauk. As the Wolverines go 4 of 14 from the arc, 17 of 26 from the free throw line. The Braves got 19 points and 14 rebounds from Jacob Hodges, 12 points, 6 rebounds from Taft McClure, 7 and 5 from Croy Jenkins. Braves 4 of 10 from 3, 11 of 13 from the free throw line. Good game, just coming up a little short here at the end.
That is your Battleson Brothers Flooring post-game battle stats. Quality, price, service. Battleson Brothers Flooring, located in Afton and in Thane. Continuing with our Silver Star Communications post-game coverage, Coach Mitch Schwab joins us up here today. Coach, one of those, another nail-biter for you that just turned out different today in this one. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, it's kind of a tale of two halves a little bit. First half, we really were settling for the outside shot rather than attacking the rim, and we had some guys who came in that looked downhill the whole time and really got the spark going for us again. But that was our game. We knew we had to take it to the rim. I mean, with the foul count in the first half, we knew they were attacking the rim. We have to do the same. We have too many God-given gifts of height and strength and athleticism to be settling for hanging around the three-point line. And as we started attacking the rim, got us back into it. But our guys seemed a little demoralized in the last minute or so, even though it was a three-point game. So a little bit of that grit disappeared. And so that's something we have to go back to, on keeping that grit all the way to the very end of the game.
You know, we see this not only in this game, but all the games really this weekend in the 4A class. The margin of error is not very big. A lot of really close games from top to bottom, and it's kind of a free-for-all right now. And so what's your takeaway with the close win last night, a close win in this one, and kind of where your guys are stacking up against the field right now?
Well, I mean, our guys have always been as confident as can be. They know they can beat any team, but that also means you can lose to any team, right? Because, and I talked with Bo Sheets before the game, and that was something we discussed. Every team, doesn't matter who it is on this side of the state or that side of the state, you cannot overlook a team in 4A. Evanston won their game against Walsh last night, came down to a buzzer beater. That's just the name of the game in 4A basketball. It's down to the wire, and it's whoever's going to get out there, get the job done, and we just didn't do it tonight. So there's some things to look at. A little bit more grit of our guys, of realizing what our gifts are and taking it to the rim with our height and our strength, and we can't settle.
So you hit the road next week. You got the overnighter at Kelly, and then at Rock Springs. Any different message to your guys heading into those games?
Oh, well, we'll do a bunch of scouting this weekend and then into next week, but it's going to be tempo going into the game. The tempo you start the game off with and the tempo you end it with. You can't have any lulls. As you said, there's no margin of error. If we don't give up early points in the game, it could be a very drastically different outcome at the end of the game. And if we think about how close the margin was this game, we gave up quite a few easy buckets in the first half. That could very well be the difference maker. So it's just got to be full tempo the entire game. The effort, we can't lose the effort game. And, yesterday we lost the rebound battle, and that should never be the case, and heck, I think we lost most of the battle last night, but we walked away with a win. We got to learn to win on all of the small things, and then the big things will come about.
Coach Mitch Waugh, appreciate your time, Coach.
Okay, thanks.
It's all part of our Silver Star post-game coverage and our Miles CPA post-game report. Find Miles CPA in Afton and in Alpine at Miles CPA with Coach Schwab. Now we'll wrap this one up with your Star Valley Skidoo player of the game.
Well, I'm going to have two of them. One of them for this game, Jacob Hodges, 19 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocked shots. He had a whale of a game, so he's my choice here for this game. But I got to throw this out there as well. At the Olympic Oval, Valerie Girac setting 3 new school records at the Olympic Oval, as she now has the school record in the 60-meter, the 200-meter, and the 400-meter. The 400-meter, she broke a record from 2010 set by Audrey West, who went and ran for University of Wyoming. So you break anything from Audrey, that's fast. So hats off to Valerie Girac as well. So they're my players of the game.
Excellent. Perfect. Val, congratulations to you. And, of course, congratulations to Jake Hodges, the Star Valley Skidoo players of the game. Find Star Valley Skidoo located in Thane. That's it for the weekend for us. We hit the road next weekend and follow Star Valley at Kelly Walsh on Friday and then at Kelly Walsh on Saturday. All, of course, live on SVI. I'm Duke Dance with Dal Erickson and the entire SVI Sports crew. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.